Hello everyone, the sun's shining and here we are to do another video. What I'd like to say to you first is about the Instagram, the problem that we had there with the fake account that somebody had set up in my name. So I have got an actual account on there that is fine, but one thing I never do is request readings over those sort of platforms. Any reading that is booked, that people normally come to me on the website or through the page manager. That is the only way we ever have readings, and people do request them. So what I'll say to you is, if you do get a request from Instagram and somebody asking you for money and in dollars and a reading and pressuring you into anything, just please block them and report them, because unfortunately it hasn't been taken down yet, but hopefully Instagram will finally get the message, with so many people reporting it, that he will be, or whoever it is, will be taken off of there, and they won't be able to do this to anybody else. So these sort of things need to be stopped. And I do thank you all for believing in me and being supportive, and that Lucy has looked into it and tried to get onto Instagram to get it all sorted out, okay? So that's just like a little kind of warning to you in case that anything should come to you, because unfortunately a couple of people did get taken in by it, but they have managed to get their money returned to them. So please take note of that, because it does happen to a lot of people. And it is unfortunate. It can't be helped sometimes. You do get caught out with it, but you just got to be a bit vigilant, okay? So thank you all for your support in that, and do beware of these things. What we're going to be doing today is just letting Jonathan come through and say what he needs to say. So Lucy's here doing the filming, and thank you to Lucy for all she does in this. Yes. So we hope you enjoy the video. Unfortunately there won't be any music in this one. I'm just going to go into trance with silence, because obviously there's copyright with music on YouTube. So do enjoy, and I'm looking forward to seeing whatever he has to say and looking back at it. And I shall now go into trance, but before I do that, I'm just going to mention, if anyone wants a piece of art from me, I offer canvases, I offer large and smaller hearts, and all sorts of things, projects that I'll be doing in the future. But there are some available. There are necklaces available. So if you want a request on a piece of art, you can either message the website elainethorpe.com, or you can message myself on my Facebook personal messenger, which is just Elaine Thorpe. Okay, so now we'll get to it and see how we go. It's all an experiment, remember, so I just want you to get something from it, just to enjoy it, and hope it brings any help to you.
Hello everyone, I am present, and I am glad to be here with you all. So I will come and speak to you today to give you some help on your journey. Some of the things that I may have previously mentioned in other things that you have watched may be reminding you that you need to perhaps concentrate on certain things in your life that you have not quite understood or taken in. But I am not here to tell you how to live your life or who to become, because you are already you inside of yourself, your soul. And once you learn how to go within and meet that part of you, it is an exciting prospect that you shall be going on a journey that is going back to the true you. So do excuse me if I mention things maybe a few times. Do not become tiresome of them. I just like to remind you of these things every now and again. But there are plenty of other subjects that Spirit like to cover with you from time to time. So thank you for joining us, Lady Lucy. And we hope that you will find great comfort in what we will give to you. Your spirit guides are always with you. Do know that. And any time should you wish to communicate with them, place your thought out to them, or even speak to them, and they will instantly hear that and know that you are calling upon them to either send you a sign or to let you know that they are around in some way to help you along in your life. Spirit guides are not there to live your life for you. We are here to remind you and guide you at what you had chosen and bring you comfort and guidance along your spiritual journey. Even if you are not going to be spiritual, we are still there to help and guide you along, even if we were to remain in the background and you didn't even know that we were there. So every person on this earth is assigned a guide, someone that would have known them in other lifetimes, although it is most commonly unbeknown to the human that those that are spiritual or connected to our world in some way or another will know that we are in existence. We are very real, and our world is very real, and you are living in the earthly realm. So of course, having lived there for some time, you do tend to become questionable, and you tend to become human. And of course, that is needing to be because you are living in the human existence, in the realm of the earth. So we do see that you like to question and you are inquisitive, and that is perfectly normal for the human being to be that way. So you can question us as much as you need to, and we will do our best to answer these questions for you. And I do believe that at some point, when things have settled down, I shall be doing a live question filming with you, if you like, so that you can come forward and ask me questions. You may have some doubts about your journey, or you may be inquisitive about what goes on in our world. There is always something that someone wishes to find the answer to. But of course, we do not have all of the answers. We are simply learning ourselves, but we are in a realm that is most beautiful, and we see everything as it is, and we do not judge. So in your world, a judgment is a common matter. But I would say if one judges you, then they are only judging from themselves, and that is not the you. So be the judge of your own self, and find your own self. That is a better way to go about life. Although it is good sometimes to take sound and sensible advice from somebody and see what you get from it. But we would like you to believe in our world so that you lose your fear of when it comes to your time of passing. But what I advise you to do is to live life in the moment and not worry about the past because you have learned something from it perhaps, or if you have not, you are simply going to. and not worrying about the future because it is already mapped out because your soul chose it, and living in the moment. Living in the moment is sometimes not always pleasurable because you may be in a situation where you are in an argumentative one. But there are times when you are in a positive moment, and what I should say is absorb those moments that are positive and keep them with you in your mind to look back on. I shall also say that if you are in a negative moment, know that perhaps either you or the recipient will learn something from it on your journey. Remember, there is always going to be negative and positive as a balance, and you learn from the negative to understand and to overcome things and get to the positive, and then you have greater appreciation of that positive. So when I talk about going into the moment and living in the moment, you become very present in that moment, and you will feel quite different to what you would feel if you were normally going about your day. You would feel so comfortable and at rest with yourself, and you would experience peace. You will feel everything around you and just sense that peace within. Yet there could be noise going on, and you have quietened your mind and felt this inner peace. A lot of you would say, well, if there's a lot of noise going on, Jonathan, and distractions, how am I supposed to find peace within? Because I'm concentrating on the noise. That is why I cannot find peace within, you say. Well, if you find true peace within, it doesn't matter what noise is going on. You are finding it within and not outside of yourself. You see, the peace that you look for is the peace more or less around you and not within you. When you find the secret, it is no secret. It is just that you have forgotten how to achieve it. You already have it there, it is just remembering it and recuperating it so that you can use it in your daily life, and you will be far less stressed. And you will be far more easily able to relax your mind and meditate and to attune yourself to our world when needs be. So what I will say to you is, quieten your mind on a regular basis, and the rest of the body will respond to that, and you will begin to feel more relaxed and less stressed, and able to deal with situations that are a little more demanding in your life. But I must say, I'm not a guru, and I am only giving things on advice. Whether or not you wish to take them, it is entirely up to oneself. We are here just to guide you throughout life. Always remember that. But we love you, and we appreciate when you tune into our world and you begin to become at one with it and yourself. I think that another angel will fly about and sing in harmony with the others when one has joined us in their thoughts and recuperated their memory of where they come from originally, which is the spirit world. So I may be a little flippant with my subjects, but they all end up going into one explanation of our world and your world and how the two can harmonize, and how your life can become more harmonized through finding inner peace. So you can call your video, my dear, Inner Peace, finding inner peace, because that is what the subject is about. Too many people are too stressed. They have too much clutter in their minds, and they become unwell and tired and irritable simply because they cannot cope with all of these responsibilities and thoughts in their mind. The first thing they should go to is negative, because they simply worry about the thought of the responsibility, and they need to find a solution perhaps to the thought or the problem that is surrounding them. But when you find inner peace, the solutions seem to come about automatically, and you'll know that everything will be fine no matter what. Do not forget that you are truly loved by the giver of divine, the giver of divinity. Whatever way you wish to put it, the giver of divine love is always going to be there with you. And you can call upon that if you feel most troubled. because the existence of God, the giver of divine love, is always going to hear your plea, even if it is not acted upon straight away. I know that sometimes people will say, well, yes, God works in mysterious ways. So the giver of divine love is part of everything, part of the universe and part of you, part of everything in existence that I have previously explained to you on another filming that was done previously. Well, that is all true, so I shall remind you of that every now and again. So my advice is to, when you are very stressed in life, or when you are wanting to meditate and finding it difficult to somewhat partly still your mind, you must know that the mind is still going to be working, and it's still going to be guiding the body and working the inside and the mindset of it. It is a very clever and complex thing. But when you learn how to quieten and find peace and still the mind a little, you're never going to wipe everything out. You're just going to feel perfect peace for the moment that you are in that moment. So my advice is to give yourself it. It is the greatest gift that you could give yourself on a daily basis. Not something that you would forget because you would crave it. You would say to yourself, well, I have had enough today. I wish to have some peace. Where do I find it? In here. That's where you find it. It's not turning everything off or telling everybody to be quiet because they're getting on your nerves. You find inner peace, you heal yourself, you free yourself. When you go to heaven, you are freed anyway, but you need to feel that experience here on earth whilst you are here. You must wonder why you see relaxed people in life and say, well, why are they so laid back? How is it they don't seem to be troubled in life, and yet I am? Well, maybe they have found the way to find inner peace. When all others around you are going mad, you're standing there all at peace and they're wondering how. Well, you can find your own way and give it to them. Let them find peace. You don't have to keep it to yourself. Give it to them. Spread it all over, because then there will be less aggression and annoyance in the world, won't there? You know, if everybody was taught to find inner peace or to meditate from early childhood, there would be less violence, less aggression, less wars in your world, wouldn't there? So practice it and preach. Give it to people that you know so that they can find it, you see. Everyone is capable of it. It's just knowing how to get to it. You hear everything around you, yet you're quiet. Yet you're not stressed. You could stand in the middle of a city of people, yet you feel a total peace. But the sooner you find it, the better you're going to be and feel in life and how you present yourself to others. There is no secret. Just tune into the higher mind, the consciousness, and feel the peace that it shall give to you. You don't have to be special to do it. You are special. It is a moment in time when you feel it, however busy that you are. We know that you have to cross the road in safety and you have to be alert for certain things, yes. But you will find you will be less stressed in those moments because you have found other times that you can find this inner peace and slow down. That when you are in that sort of moment where you are busy, you're not stressed. So practice it and see how you get along, and perhaps let us know how it has benefited you in your life. Well, I'm going to take my leave now, but I will say to you, in the future, I will be coming back and talking more about these sort of things, because it is a healing for you. And this is where we say, you can heal yourself. And people say, well, I can work as a healer on everybody else, Jonathan, but I can't do it for myself. Well, who says you cannot? That inner peace will bring about healing in itself. That's a secret, you would say, but it isn't. Always go to the mind and slow everything down. And I guarantee you, life gets better through doing that. Well, I shall take my leave now, and I shall talk to you again soon. Hopefully, next time you can ask your questions. But I would say that when you come to me with your questions, come with something that you feel passionate about. Come with something that gives you envelopment of love, gives you wisdom, gives you upliftment. Not whether or not you've got a shopping list to forget, but something wonderful. You can all prepare yourselves, and I will be there waiting with bated breath. God bless you all.